his two siblings grew up in the Westover neighborhood of Arlington, Virginia. His dad worked as a naval architect in the nearby shipyards. Pete met his wife Diane in high school while living in Westover. They didn't start dating until their fourth year of college, when Diane was at East Carolina University. Pete was studying business at the University of Virginia. He was also working his way through school as a platoon leader as part of UVA's Army ROTC. To this day, he credits the Army as providing great management training. Pete was stationed at the Army's Aberdeen Proving Ground, but traveled up and down the East Coast for various training programs. After 2 years in active service, he applied for and received early release to pursue a law degree at George Washington University. Despite working full-time and taking most of his classes at night, it took him only 3 years to complete law school. It was 1966 when Pete joined the firm of Touche Ross & Company. He served in their tax division, working on behalf of some of the biggest companies in the U.S. It was Diane's father, Stanley Burroughs, that first exposed him to the concrete block business. Eventually, discussions came round to joining the family business. He finally decided to make the leap in 1971 and quickly found his footing with the company. Needing extra capacity for the growing business, they added a new plant in Bethesda and bought Washington Concrete Products in 1983. Pete credits his two partners, Kathy Wack and Harry Newman, for much of Betco's and his success. Harry pushed for diversifying the business beyond traditional gray units and into patio block, installing a machine in the only place they had room, under a set of stairs. With their new machine, Betco supplied concrete pavers to Heckinger's, a regional home improvement chain. Building on that success, Betco pursued similar retailers outside the Washington metro area, securing an appointment with a then-new company called Lowe's in North Carolina. A relationship with rival Home Depot would soon follow. By the early 90s, Betco outgrew their ever-urbanizing location in Bethesda. Pete secured 12 acres in Gainesville, Virginia, a site which would eventually host 3 manufacturing machines. Having confidence in himself and the business model his team created, he sought opportunities to take his experience to the national stage. Oldcastle, a quickly expanding company, intrigued him, and he valued an opportunity to work with longtime company chairman Joe McCullough. He and Joe structured a business acquisition plan that kept his team in place and tapped Pete to serve as president of Oldcastle's Eastern region. Pete says he appreciated Oldcastle's philosophy to buy only successful companies and infuse them with capital and best practices, retaining leaders who made those companies successful when possible. Pete also credits his professional success with his early involvement in the NCMA.
Most every idea, whether it be with production technology or product or market, has come from networking within NCMA.
He translated his lifetime love of tennis into a new way of networking at NCMA meetings. On the court, he made great and lasting friendships, often playing with future NCMA Hall of Famers like fellow tennis player Jim Weber, with whom he shares the award stage today.
There's been a lot of changes in our industry since 40 years ago when we first met. We've become good friends in those 40 years and had some interesting experience. Congratulations on your award.
In 1998, he was elected NCMA Chairman of the Board and drew upon his business experience to tackle serious industry issues. After working hard to support creation of the NCMA Education and Research Foundation, he's the only individual to continuously serve in a direct leadership capacity since the foundation's inception.
We know how much of a blessing you've been to NCMA and to our industry, and we are just thankful for all you've done for us, and you're very deserving of this award.
I know NCMA and its members occupy a special place in your heart, and this is a very meaningful and well-deserved honor.
At 56 years and counting, Pete and Diane consider themselves blessed with an amazing family consisting of 3 children and 9 grandchildren. When he's not playing tennis or pickleball, concrete masonry and the industry continues to be at the forefront of Pete's thoughts, even when traveling, such as these photos of an orphanage under construction in Haiti. For all his contributions and his years of exemplary service, NCMA is proud to bestow the Lifetime Achievement Award, its most prestigious recognition, to Pete Hoyt.